Hi folks, here we are at the 2025 Iola car show in Wisconsin. We're going to take you for a quick walk around, show you what there is, so enjoy the video and we'll start walking. We got a cool gas station here. You got an old school gas station. They got a 34 Packard here, V12, 7-passenger sedan. Kind of a nice barn find. Look at that big V12 engine. Great looking car, big classic right there. And we got a couple Corvettes right here. One there, one there. This one's an LT1. And on the other side over here, we got a little Dodge pickup and another Corvette. This one's a 77 Dodge. Nice little custom 100. And there's the other Corvette right there. Here's the front end of the gas station. And we got a Chevy truck there and a Dodge tow truck. That's pretty cool. Nice looking Dodge right there. Keep walking along here. Look at the phone booth and the signs. Well, here we got a 76 Volkswagen here. That's the camper version with the pop-up top. You even get Scooby in the back window there. Well, we got a pretty rare car here, a 56 Hudson Metropolitan. That one's not a Nash, it's a Hudson. Kind of unusual. Got a little Dakota Roadster pickup here. There's a Dart Swinger with a 340 in it, Dodge Dart. It's a nice looking car right there. Here's a Buick Riviera. This is got great style to these. I love these cars. This one's got a 465 Wildcat. So there's anything from, you know, muscle cars and even some newer stuff than that. Stuff in the 80s and stuff, all the way down to early stuff. There's a big Cadillac here. And we got a Galaxy convertible right here. That one's a 63. Good looking car. Black top on a white car. And we got a Chrysler here. It's a good looking Chrysler. One of 2,161 built, 68 300 convertible right there. Get around the other side of it. Looks like a good original, but a pretty rare car. Yeah, we'll look over, we'll go into this aisle here, look over a few of these. Good looking Dart Swinger. Another one there, the vinyl top. And over here we got a Trans Am Pontiac. This one's a 78. Good looking car with the T-tops and all. Swing around this side because it's kind of a group of people right there. Got a big Mercury station wagon. Look at the old case decal on there. It's almost like an employee parking badge there. Maybe what it is. That's a big Mercury station wagon there. And we got a Hudson, good looking Hudson convertible right there. Notice how the hood opens backwards on those. And we got a Buick Regal there in the middle. 41 Ford two-door sedan. There's a 57 Chevy. Get on the back side of these here. 57 Chevy four-door. Got a Pontiac Bonneville here, convertible, nice one. Little Porsche 914 there. That one's a 73. There's a Sunbeam. 1965. There's one of these for sale in the swap meet too, so if you catch a swap meet video you'll see one of those for sale. So we'll do that, you know, this is, like I say, it's a big car show, but they have a car corral and a swap meet, so we got like 4 videos coming out featuring all these things. 2 of them are swap meet, and one's car corral and one's the car show. But it's kind of one of the bigger ones in the Midwest, so we figured we'd show as much of it as we can. Cadillac there. Over here we got an Olds Toronado. That's a front wheel drive, flip up headlights. Another Olds here, Cutlass. And a big Cadillac Coupe de Ville there. Love that body style on these. That one's a 2-door hardtop. Well, over here we got a 31 Chevy 4-door sedan, nice original. We had one of these. That one's got dual side mounts. We had one of these that was a real nice original as well. It only had 30,000 miles. sold it off to Montana. It's going, it went out that way, and I think the guy still owns it. It's a 48 DeSoto convertible. This thing's really nice. Look at the accessory hood ornament with the woman there, the clear lucite plastic hood ornament. Good looking DeSoto right there. I do like to plate that grill. It's a big pot metal grill, and it takes a lot to plate that. A lot of money to do that today. Good looking Mustang here. This one's a 69 Mach 1.
So ugly they're cute. Well,
look at the billboard they have here now for the car show. It's kind of cool. And here's a 63 Riviera. Good looking Buicks. And we got an Impala there. Two-door hardtop. Kind of pan over to this side. Got a Thunderbird on this side. That's a nice color on that. I like that color. And we got a little C10 pickup here. Grandpa's truck, it says Survivor. So that one's mostly original. It's 1970. A little 5.0 Mustang convertible. And we got a Mach 1 here. Another Mach 1 Mustang. This one's a 69.
say it doesn't look like this.
That was a really hot property. Mustangs of that body style. And we got a 73 Bronco here. These are hot too. Really, these things are amazing how much they've gone up in value. It's a nice one there. And we got a little Ford bump side here. This one's a 1970 F250 heavy duty. You can see the heavy duty special tag on it right there. Nice looking truck. And we got another little four-door Ford here. Just a nice original. Look at this one coming in here. Looks like a Kaiser Darren, I think. Catch it driving by here. Well, here it comes driving in. Yep, Kaiser Darren. Pretty rare car. Sounds good. Got some wild styling on those. And we got a little Malibu here, Chevy Malibu. It's kind of a chocolate color. It's an interesting color with the black vinyl top. This guy has all the original paperwork and everything for it here. Sold new in Wisconsin. Tells the whole story about it. Good looking car there. 1971. Well, over on this side we got a Triumph. This one's a TR4, 1962. Good looking little roadster, kind of a baby blue color. And we got another Chevy here. This one's a 69 Impala, two-door custom. And here's a Chrysler Coupe. Here's another one, kind of like the DeSoto, has a big pot metal grill. This one looks like it's mostly original. You can see a little bit of pitting in it, but a good original grill, you know, with original chrome, because to replate those costs an arm and a leg. That one's a 48. And we got a little Chevy here. This one's a Cavalier. You don't see too many of those around anymore. That one's got the hatchback. And we got a Packard convertible here. Good looking Packard. Got the straight 8 engine there.
Okay.
And on this side we have a Super Sport right here. 396 big block car. This tells a lot of information. You can pause on any of that stuff you want. Even tells all the distributor head numbers and everything to tell what years and stuff it was made. That's a good looking Super Sport convertible there. And we got a Thunderbird here. 57 Thunderbird. Nice looking red one. Gotta love the classic styling on the Thunderbird. Here's something you don't see every day. It's Dodge. Look at the Riviera going by here. That's a good looking car. This one's a 65 Dodge. It looks much older than it is. And these are called a town wagon. They're basically a panel truck with windows. It's called a town wagon. You just don't see very many of those around. I know where there's one that's really solid, but it's set on the driver's side, set down in the ground. So the driver's side bottom edge and quarter panels all rotted off it, but the rest of it's like really nice solid Western metal. It's a shame. Here is a Model A pickup right there. Look at the Lincoln Highway member, that's kind of cool. And we got another Model A here, and this one's a AV8, so it's got a little 60 horse flathead under there. That's fun. And we got another F100 pickup here. This one's a trailer special, it says on there. It's a long box. Look at the little marker lights up on the fenders too, that's kind of cool. That one's a 1974. And we got all kinds of stuff back here on the grass. There's a big Lincoln here. K model limo, 1934. So this, being a limousine, has the back seat, but then there's little jump seats here that fold out of that front seat, and then there's a divider window that comes up to divide off your driver. But you can notice all the trim there is all wood, all the garnishes and everything. And here's the nice dash on it. Just a great looking car. Got dual side mounts, big impressive limo. And we got another Lincoln here, Lincoln Zephyr. This one's a 1939 four-door. I love the styling on these, really swoopy Art Deco styling. And they have a V12 engine. It's got the fender skirts on it. Look at the dash in here. Just a great looking car. The dash goes like all the way to the floor in the center, almost like a console. And we got Corvette Alley here. 1, 2, 3 Corvettes. This one's a 66. And we got a 56 Chevy in the middle here. Bel Air convertible. And another Corvette on that side. Another Roadster there, convertible. This one's a 1983 per souls. It says number 973 out of 3,000. T-tops and everything. Nice looking Olds. And here's another Olds, a 442. Kind of a gold one with a black top. Good looking car. And we got Model A's here. Model A Woody wagon, 1929. Here's a pickup. This one's a 1930. And we got a 31. This is what they call a slant windshield. A couple things you can tell on a 31 is you got this insert on the radiator shroud or grill. But this one's a late one here. It's got the slant windshield. Notice how it kind of rakes back a little bit. So this body would be framed in steel rather than full of wood like the regular four-door sedans that don't have the slant windshield. And we got a Corvette here and an AMX. That one's a purple AMX with a 401. This one's a 1972. I had a 71 myself at one point. And we got a Mustang convertible on that side. 289 convertible there. And we got a Corvette over here. Blue on blue right there. That one's 1987. You see we're right out along the road here. Here's a Pontiac convertible. Well, we're way out in the front. This is a big car show and goes all in the back, but unfortunately there's a bunch of music in the back area, so we probably won't cover too much of that back there, but there's plenty of stuff up here to look at. 50 Pontiac convertible. Notice the Chief there with the plastic face on it. Got an Impala here with a 327. Got another Olds Toronado there. Packard. Look at the fancy sign they put up here too. Iola car show up there. There's the Packard, 1940 it says. Dual side mount. And here's another later Packard convertible here. This one's a 1951. There we got a Camaro going down the street there, convertible. We got a Chevelle here, another Chevelle here, a Boss 302 Mustang. Some high dollar cars here, that's for sure. And this kind of pan over here, got a Mustang over this way and a Volkswagen Beetle. And there's a Mustang driving down the road there, fastback, and a 57 Chevy, the turquoise one there. Got a GTO, 64 GTO right there. Another Chevelle here. And another GTO on that side. So we got some cool muscle cars around here. Another orange Mustang. Which way to go? We come to an intersection here with a bunch of stuff in either direction. Looks like we got a 39 Chevy two-door over there.
Get the balls up, I'm stuck.
This is a cool little roadster here. Trumbull, 1914. That's pretty wild.
That's what I got.
Tells about it there. That is a small little roadster right there, almost like bicycle wheels on the thing. 340 Duster there. We got a Chevy here, 1980 or 90, sorry, 1990. It's the last of that style. And here's a big Pontiac right there, 421 in that. Over there we got an International pickup and an Oldsmobile, 58 Olds over there. And we got a big black Corvette here, 427, 67 Vet. There's another Corvette here. This one's 1960, the older style. And here is that Kaiser Darren that we saw driving in. It's 1954. Looks like the front's all fiberglass because you can see the paint's getting a little crackly on the glass. And another 5.0 Mustang here. Notice the sliding doors on this Darren here. They slide right into the front fender and come back. Pretty cool. Look at this Cougar here with the interesting material on the top here. That's pretty wild. And the seats are like that too. The seats have the same material. Pretty interesting. Some of the upholstery they used back in the 60s and 70s is pretty interesting. Here's a Ford sedan here, four-door sedan. This one's a 33. You can tell a 33 with the thinner grill. There's quite a few differences. I think there's, I saw in a book one time, there's like, you know, I don't know exactly how many differences, but I thought like 100 little differences in them. But there's quite a few any which way. Here's a 59 Caddy right there. Big Coupe de Ville. Those are pretty wild, huh? And we got an Edsel station wagon right here. Pretty cool right there. Edsel wagon. You don't see too many of those around. We'll kind of scoot over this way because we got some music back there. There's a couple AMCs there. One of them has a camper tent on the back. That's interesting. And we got another Corvette here. This one's a 1960. And we got a 59 Chevy Impala, two-door hardtop. Those are really sought after these days. Used to be people weren't into the 58s and 9s, but now they're about as hot as anything. And we got a Nash or AMC Marlin over that way. Well, they have this over by the building here. You can see they did an article about this. And this is the J-powered Auburn.
Iola staff.
And you'll notice it's got a Duesenberg engine in there. It just barely fits in there. And the funky headlights too compared to a regular Auburn. That's pretty impressive.
So in 1935.
Well, here's another 5.0 Mustang. It looks like a little Dodge pickup on the other side, a 1940, I believe. And we got a cool Jeepster here, Commando. That one's got, looks like original paint, red, white, and blue. Got a Studebaker Advanti here, 1963. And over in here we got a GTO convertible. You can see there's some more on the other side. We're just not going to be able to catch them all because it would take forever, but there's a Lincoln and a Cadillac over here. Looks like a Rio Flying Cloud over there. Here's another big Caddy here. Notice the suicide doors in the back, and this also has the jump seats because this is a limousine, so that's how they fold up like that. Then they have the divider window. And notice how the front seat where the driver would be is leather, then they got cloth in the back. And we get kind of a sleeper Chevy right here. It looks like 63 Impala, two-door hardtop. It's got the little dog dish hubcaps and stuff. Kind of a cool looking car. And we got another GTO over here. Another GTO convertible right there. There's this slews of cars here, so we're just kind of scratching the surface here. Nice Cadillac convertible right here. This is a convertible sedan, so you can see it's a four-door convertible, and the wire wheels and all. That's a great looking car. Notice the fog lights right in the fender there. And we got a 55 Chevy right here. That's a 55 Chevy two-door post. And we got Mustang, IROC Z, and a Fiero down there. Kind of skirt over this side. Here's a Mercury Cougar. Mustang, we had one of these one time, my dad did. It's a Rambler convertible. This one's a 990, 1965. I remember he bought it down at the Carlisle swap meet, and I think they drove it back to New Hampshire, if I remember right. I'm not positive on that. Here's a Corvette, a Studebaker. We'll jump around the end there because we got a little music coming up here. Well, we'll just kind of pan around these because we got a bunch of music over in the background. We got a little Buick Special here. There's an Impala. Got a Dodge Charger in behind it. Over here we got a Chevy 2. This one's a 67, it says. Jump in the back here. Got another Chevelle here. And a Corvair there. You don't see too many of those around. Cool little Corvair there. And we got a Corvette on the other side. Just kind of pan around these because, like I say, there's a bunch of music coming from back there, and we can't have that in the video, so we'll jump ahead here a ways. Well, over in here we got a Buick. This one's a convertible too. That's pretty nice. 1958 Buick. And that's the Roadmaster. That's the big one right there. Look at that car. Lots of chrome wire wheels. Got a Continental kit on it. That's crazy. And we got a Ford convertible here, GT. Goes a hot rod down the road. Here comes another one, but Camaro looks like. This one's a Belvedere GTX, and this is a 426 Hemi in that one, 1967. Got a Mustang here, 64.5 Mustang convertible. There's the back end of that Ambassador. And you got a Corvette there. This one here looks like it got a little close to the garage door. You can see a scuff down the rear quarter. There's a big Pontiac Bonneville and a Buick. Look at this Buick convertible here. This is nice. Check this one out. Roadmaster. That's crazy. Look at that thing. Great looking car. And I got the little picnic sets with it. This one's 1953, and that's a Skylark. Number 209 of 1690 produced. Pretty rare car. There's a Plymouth convertible here, Fury 3. 1966, and that looks like a good original Survivor there. And we got a Chevy here, 62 Chevy convertible. Got a Mercury Cougar. There's a Studebaker here, 66 Studebaker. And we'll kind of just go around the end of this aisle. Then we got another Packard here. This one's 1934. Sedan with the dual side mounts. Here's a DeLorean here, the all stainless steel DeLorean made famous by Back to the Future movie. A little Chevette here, 1978. Got a GTO over there, and look at this Ford here. This is a real classic. There's a Chevy two-door hardtop right there, good looking one, 1952. Got a Mustang here. And a Ford here. This one's got the 390 in it. This is a Fairlane 500 right there, fastback. And we got an AMX, the hood up, and a Olds 442. Buick Riviera. There's a Chevy Super Sport and another 442, the blue one. we're just kind of going quickly here. Look at the GTO driving by there. It's a nice looking car. Couple Mopars here. Roadrunner and a little Valiant. This one's a convertible 1966. And we got an Olds here and another Ford Mustang and a Willys Jeep. Ford F100 1953 panel truck. There's a Chevy C10. Got a little Datsun here called the Little Hustler.
Don't forget to register for some
And we got a Ford and a Chevy on the tail end here. And a little Nash Metropolitan down there. And we got a Pontiac Grand Prix here with a vinyl top. Good looking car right there. 57 Chevy coming by. Two-door post. Look at this Suburban here with the awning on it. And here's the Plymouth coming along. 1959, I believe, Plymouth. Pretty cool car right there. And we got a Mercury, Meteor, and another Chevy coming along there. It's going to show you this one here. It's a cool Suburban right there. You can see them taking off down the road there too. There's a GTO convertible. And we got a 46 Chevy pickup. Got a Porsche and a few things beyond there. We're just kind of scanning along here, so we're not going to be able to show them all, but we'll show a bunch of them. Mercury Cyclone here. It's got the fastback. Good looking car. Here's a little Ford F350. So that's a step side long box 1 ton. You don't see those too often with the step side on them. This one's an F100, a little half-ton long box. And we got a Valiant here. And a little dent side Ford pickup, F-150. And a scan over here. Got a Roadrunner there on the end. Ford Galaxy. And a Chevelle here. There's a Ford Thunderbird, 1965, I think. 5.0 Mustang, another Ford F100 there. Let's see what we get on this side. Got a Chevy here. This one's all hopped up. 69 Chevelle right there.
440?
Here's a Plymouth Satellite. This thing's cool over here. Check out on this side. We got a Radical Custom here. It's a Buick. It's highly customized and got a chopped top and stuff. Pretty cool. Continental kit on it. Louvered hood. That one's 1955. And we got a Super Bee on this side. Plum Crazy Super Bee. Then we got a Buick here. Grand National. Cutlass, Olds Cutlass. Ford Fairlane wagon. Like I say, we're just going to kind of scoot along them here. We're going kind of fast, but that's what needs to be done here for us. Mustang, there's a Le Mans. Just kind of pan around here. Got a bunch on this side too, little Falcon wagon. All kinds of muscle cars, all kinds of 50s stuff. There's a Chevelle convertible. Here's a Mercury Turnpike, or a Mercury convertible. Cruiser, convertible cruiser it says. I don't know if that's what they call a Turnpike cruiser, or if that's only the hardtop version. I think that is a Turnpike cruiser. Maybe somebody on the video can let us know. And we got a little Thunderbird convertible. Well, we're just going to scoot along these here real quick. Some of them I'll talk about, some I won't. We got a little Thunderbird in behind there. Got an advanced design 5-window pickup they're dealing with there. Just kind of finish up a few of these before at least people get out of here. A nice little F1 pickup there, 48 to 50 style. Here's another dent side Ford. Here's an IROC Z Camaro. Pontiac Grand Prix there. Got a whole bunch of them down this side. Here's a little Duster. Mercury Marauder. We'll keep going up the aisle here. Got a Chevy Nova here. Couple Novas. 3 Novas, I believe. Nice looking Plymouth right there. Rambler Marlin here. Another 442 Olds here. Got a Chevy C20, that's a 3/4 ton. Nice looking truck. Pontiac here, Thunderbird with 611,000 miles. Wow, that's crazy. That's what it says anyway. I don't know. Kind of hard to believe that the seat isn't worn out. 611,000 miles on it. But it's got to be a world record for one of those, though. Maybe they had a seat cover on it. I don't know. There's a Mustang fastback here. We'll jump up here a ways. Now we got a Ford 5-window coupe, 1935. Square body Chevy there. Got a nice Buick in behind there. Look at the Dodge Fire Department. That's one of the four-wheel drive, but it's one. It looks like it's one of the military ones that somebody's painted over because it's got military paint under the hood. And then it's got a fire department on the outside. Pretty cool truck though. There's an International KB2. That's a little 3/4 ton. Looks like somebody shortened up the bed on that one.
Somebody else, they got better, you know?
So anyway, as we mentioned, we're not going to be able to show them all. We appreciate you watching. Please give us thumbs up. Give us good comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're doing as many of these videos as we can. We got swap meets, we got car corrals, we got auctions, we got ranches out west. Just about anything automotive, museum, stuff like that. All kinds of videos out, so check them out. And we appreciate all the support. We're just going to finish it up on this aisle out here. And like I said before, we did this swap meet here. This is Iola 2025. We did the car corral here, so there's a few videos there, and we've decided to split up 2 car show ones because there was a bunch of music in a large portion of it. So we did some like this with live talk, and then we'll do one with some talk over. So there'll be 2 of the car show ones if you try to catch your car in it or whatever. If anybody's watching the video and their car is in the video, or a truck like this, short box Ford there, comment on the video and let us know which one is yours. Got a little Hudson Jet over here. I don't see those around every day. But anyway, we're going to finish it up there, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next round. Thanks for watching.